How's it going? Hope you're all doing well. Hope everything's going swimmingly wherever you are in the world. We're having a good time. Chilling out. Did a load of recording earlier, so we should have some nice Hobby Nightmares up tomorrow. Today is prize draw day. So all of you are going to get to experience that. How cool is that? Hey Morgan, how's it going, man? Prez, how's it doing, dude? How's it going, dude? I started reading your book today when I was on the train. So, there you go. I'm alright, Supersonic. Thank you very much for asking me. I'm alright. I'm good. I'm good. I was watching the football before, but then left my missus to do that so I could come and do my stream. You know. I mainly follow Italy, as some of you know, so I like England, but, you know, it is what it is. Hey, Draven. How's it going, man? I may as well put this on the Discord, eh? I get told off when I don't do this by people on the Discord. You never tell us when you're streaming. Well, I'm telling you now. It is tea. Hang on, let me see if I've got anything in the old model. No, I don't. I'm seeing if I've got anything in the old model backlog I can give away. Oh, hang on. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I have a repulsor. I think. Let me just move. Ah! Yes, I do. Alright. I'll give away this repulsor then. Yeah, I'll give it away. A repulsor tank, a Space Marine tank, is the prize for today. If you do win it and you're not a Space Marine player, I will ask you very nicely to either use it to start a Space Marine army, and if you don't do that, then maybe let it roll on to the next week so an actual Space Marine player can play with it. Don't get a prize and put it on eBay. I mean, you can, but, you know. It's alright so far, Prez, man. It's alright. It's good so far. It's good so far. Nice. Congrats, Supersonic. Congrats, man. Hopefully she's the one. Well, yeah, but you would hope so, wouldn't you, Raven? You would hope so. You would hope so. I will do some questions from the Q&A as well. I've got some more Patreon questions, which are very nice. Before I do anything else, I want to thank a few people before we go on. Just for joining the Patreon community. Or being a part of it for as long as they have done. Alrighty. Michael A. McBroom, thank you very much for being a part of the community. Vibratech. Dan Jones. Converted Iron. Revan Media. Bob Phillips. James Johnson. Daniel Volquist. Malekith69, alright. A Chorus. Enigma. Matthias Bolter is jammed. Ricardo Acosta. Chance Hod. King Size Coffin. And Tusk. I'd like to say thank you to you all. And of course, Drip Commander Eidolon, because he's always around. And he will be here, so I'll give him a shout out before we even get going. So thank you those people for, you know, supporting me, supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. I may play a game later on this evening. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure whether we'll do that. But we will be doing, definitely, we will be doing our prize draw shortly. And then we'll do some Q&A. Then once we've done our Q&A, we'll do our pictures, model showcase pictures that I've got ready to go. In fact, I'll do the model showcase pictures before I do the Q&A. How about that? We'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. Hey Grims, how's it going, man? I'm going to wait until 5-2, then I'll do the draw. Then I'll do the prize draw. And we'll see who wins this Space Marine Repulsor tank that I've got to give away. I think I've got 2 of these, but I'm not going to give them away both at the same time, I don't think. I don't really need a Repulsor because I don't want one. I don't know. I don't like floating tanks, unless you're Eldar. It works for Eldar, you know? Having a floating tank. It works. Don't really work for Space Marines. Not my bag. Not my bag at all. Hey Sigvard, how's it going, man? No, Morgan, you can send in whatever you want. As long as it's not like rude pictures, you can send me pictures of your models. If you send me them tonight, they probably won't be on the stream, but they may be on next week's stream. I like big chunky tanks. Well, chunky tanks are good. I mean, I don't have a problem with tanks. I just I love the old Land Raider designs. I just think that they're just epic and cool. The way they're based on like old World War I tanks, but streamlined and like made more elegant and more. They're just awesome. I love the tank that comes in the Age of Darkness set, Age of Darkness box, because it's just my favorite thing. I love that Land Raider. Just the shit. It's amazing. Age of Darkness is probably one of the best boxes they've ever brought out for me. If you're starting a Legion in Horus Heresy, you just get 2 of those. And you're done. Congrats. You're done. Like, you've literally got your Legion. Maybe get one or 2 of those and 1 or 2 units from Forge World. You know, like one of the big ones. Or get one of the standalone sets and convert them to be what you want. That'd be awesome. You know? Huh. That's quite funny. Yeah, Land Raider is the shit. Land Raider's the tank. Most definitely. Most definitely. I think we did Baylor last week, mate. I think you were on last week, Morgan, were you not? I think we did Baylor last week. I swear, your Baylor was on last week. Don't like this song. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a really good-looking Baylor core. I went mental for it. So yeah, I think it was last week. Well, check the VOD. I think it'll still be on the channel somewhere. Alrighty, let's do this, shall we? Window capture. There we go. Whee. Right, so if you do win the Repulsor tank, congratulations. If you do win it and you're not a Space Marine player, then consider donating it back and passing it on to the next person. Your name should be on the right-hand side here. It took me a long time to type all these out, so... Yes, I do have a member called Eats Bugs for Ukraine. I mean, why wouldn't you? Alrighty. Let's dive in. Who is going to win the repulsor tank this week? Ajax Delta, or Ajax Delta if you're doing the football team, you have won yourself a repulsor tank. Please email me at hobbynightmares@gmail.com to give me your address so I can come and so I can give you your repulsor tank. Shall be yours. Let's give away some tea whilst we're here. I'll remove you, Ajax, because you can't get 2 prizes. So, I'll give away 5 boxes of tea. Bang. Who's going to get the first box of tea? Craig Yulon, you have a box of tea. Please, if you do get one from me, and it will be signed, try and make sure that you take a photograph with it, like some other people did. I will be putting their photographs on next week. Not with their faces on, unless they want them to be on, of course. Second box of tea. Oh, vodka. Jam Slam. You have won a box of tea. Well done to you. Callum Stewart. I swear to God he won one last week. You have also won a box of tea. Well done. Tusk, you have also won a box of tea. Well done. And last one. Jack Diggin, you have also won yourself a box of tea. So please make sure that you email me at hobbynightmares@gmail.com and you can get yourself your box of tea directly to your door, signed from yours truly. Awesome. Brilliant stuff. Excellent stuff. I know. Isn't it horrible, Grim, when you see your name just flash by in the blink of an eye? Right. It is time to do some lovely, lovely pieces of models. Now, please, as I've told you before, please ensure, if you want me to read out your name, that you have your name on your pictures. So the pictures that you send me, if your name is Dave, they should be named Dave 1, Dave 2, Dave 3, etc., etc. Alright? So, we'll have that there. And if you do that, then I can put your models on. That's lovely. I will put your models on either way, but I won't be able to read out your name. So this first person, I will not be able to read out your name. You will know your models when you see them, though. Alrighty. These are pretty cool, actually. These are unnamed, these ones. A nice glow effect on the gun. I like it. A nice glow effect. Very, very, very good. Very good. And Krieg is always badass, let's be honest. I mean, it's what it is. Now, this is more up my street. Is that a, if you were in the chat, is that a custom helmet you've got there? It looks like a Grey Knight helmet. See, if you coloured the pauldrons purple there, that would basically be what a Void Talon looks like. Void Talon Terminator, essentially. Big-ass knight in space. Lovely looking model. Excellent stuff. dude, yeah. You're really good at weathering. Really good at weathering. I really do like those. That is really, really good. Weathering is something that is oddly satisfying to do. I don't know whether any of you guys have had that same thing. I love the end part of getting a model done. So like you're there and you're just... Weirdly, my favourite part of the model, and people have told me that I'm weird for liking this, right? Is that I love when you get to the end of a model and you're dusting the lower part of the legs. So all of the Void Talons are on a desert base. So I get to dust them like, you know, this like really orangey, rusty thing. So like the dust from the floor's kicked up onto their legs as they're running around and fighting. That's super satisfying to me. I don't know why. It's not a foot thing, trust me. But yeah, they're all Space Marines. But I don't know why. It's just really, really satisfying. I think it's awesome. I love it. These are also unnamed. Oh no, there you go. Diabeto. This is another way of doing it. You could have just renamed the image Diabeto. I mean, it's fine. Love the Salamander's colours. Very well done. Probably could do with 1 or 2 coats of paint rather than... It looks like there's been a bit of thick paint going on here, but still looks really, really, really good. Also, introduce some black. I don't mean this. I don't mean like the skin tone of the salamanders themselves. I mean little bits of the model here and there should be black. If you look at you've actually got a good example there with the Terminator of the salamanders, who's above the dreadnought, right? There are certain parts of his uniform that are black and have flame motifs. Maybe try do that. Maybe get a transfer of some flame motifs. That'd be pretty cool. But I like this guy as he is. Pretty cool. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's have a look at your Terminator here. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Like, I'm not going to lie, he's pretty cool. I like it. Very good stuff. Make sure the base is done. But I like him. Good old model there. Yeah. One thing with pastel colours is that it's really, 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 really hard to ink them properly. I've noticed. Something I've come across in my time, you know. Okay. These next ones are from Taylor. And they are of a diseased dreadnought, or so I've been told. Let's have a look, shall we? Ew. To be fair though, if you've got a Nurgle dreadnought, ew is like the first thing you want people to say. You know? This guy looks like... Have you rescued this model? It seems to me that this model's been rescued from somewhere. My god, that's disgusting. That's just horrible. Ugh. Let's have a look at the back of him. Dude, that is a disgusting model. Well done to you, sir. That is horrible. But again, you know, you're a Nurgle player, you know. All right, Steve McGrath is next with his entire tabletop army that is here. Let's have a look, shall we? Ooh. I'm going to need to lower that down. Wow. Wow, this is a lot. Can't even fit you in the frame. God damn it. Oh, I love Land Raiders, dude. Land Raiders are just the shit. Honest to God, I love them. This is a lovely force. Look at that. Really nicely done. Black Templars all the way. You can tell how you've probably started off the hobby with the smaller Marines on the left, right? Because they've got the green pastel bases. And you've moved on as you've gone along. I like it. Very nicely done. I like whole armies. It's pretty cool. I like how your wife has sequestered you in the bottom of your house too. You know? Banished you to the nether realm of the basement. So you don't embarrass her friends with your toy tank talk. I've been rest assured by my missus that will never happen to me, but you never know. You never know. She might get sick of me. This one, okay, we found some models that I was jealous of, alright? So, this is from Marcus, and I found some models that I actually was really salty about. I was like, what? Let me just whack them over here. There we go. Yeah, these were annoying. Of how good they were, because he's done some lore too, and I will read them out when I get there. One sec. I need to do some more of those custom Space Marine chapter things, don't I? Anyway, here's a blade. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, it's in too big a resolution. One sec. I mean, I've said this before, looking at models like this is kind of like standing next to a guy with a fucking huge Johnson at the urinal. Do you know what I mean? It's literally like you're just like, oh. Ah, damn it. That's one of the best looking models I think I've ever put on the channel. Anyway. These are the models from my Emperor's Eagles chapter. Unnumbered sons who were destined for the Space Wolves chapter, their fleet got lost in the warp during transit and have now become their own chapter. I also paint Space Wolves and Imperial Fists. I just paint for myself and just paint what I think looks cool for my little display cabinet. Rules and tabletop are all secondary. Alright. He is on Instagram under Legatus Brutus. So if you want to put it on there, he's on Instagram under Legatus Brutus. But for now, let's have a look at some more of his models, shall we? Because he has sent in some more. And they are equally sickening. In a good way. Yeah. This guy can fucking paint, dude. This guy can fucking paint. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is unfair, how good he is. I can look at my own models, I'm like, oh. Back this guy up here. Outriders. Oh, come on, man. You serious? These are just epic. Look how cool they are. And just like style on everybody, check out the radar he's done on the console. That's sick. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well done to you, man. I'd love to read some lore for your chapter. I'd love to read it. I would love to read it. Because these look epic. Really well done. Well done. Oh, damn. Wish I could paint like that. Oh. Right, who's next? Let me look in the old mailbag here. Oh, more really good painted Marines. Oh, stop making me feel so inadequate. Alright, these are from Ross. Let me just get the image up there. There we go. Prepare to feel inadequate. These are awesome, man. I do love the highlight work that you do. You know? You can tell the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into this model through the highlight work. On the robes, you know, on his moustache even. There's been highlight work done. The glowing nodules on the inside of the shield. Just awesome. Absolutely epic stuff. Brilliant. Brilliant. Ink the metal on the sword, I would say. But apart from that, you know, if you ink it and dry brush it, it looks like the piece on top of his helmet there, you know, on top of the hood. It should look like that. Something similar. But, you know, a lamb nectaring a lion. Do you know what I mean? Your models are amazing, man. Look at this dude. White is also such a hard colour to get right. It really is. Like cream bone, you know what I mean? Big old fisty Imperial Fist. Stunning model, dude. I look at the eye lenses. It's sickening how good people are. It really is. And I often think, like, when I'm watching my own videos back, I'm like, dude, are these people just all this good? Is it just me? I feel like I'm a orangutan knocking two fucking blocks together and paint just happens to fall on my models. Do you know what I mean? My God. Alright. Can people please send in shit models? That'd be great. That'd be great. I'd love that. Just shit models every now and again, just so I can go, oh, they're fine, you know, just not as good as mine, but... I don't think I've been able to do that once on this channel. I tell a lie, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. These are from Farguard 14. These are not 40k models, but they still look pretty epic. Let's have a look. Farguard 14. Here we go. Whoa. There's a big picture. Some of you guys take pictures of your models that you're doing fucking long-range animal photography. Like you're sitting in a bush somewhere. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. I swear this music used to be on my Hobby Nightmares back in the day. God, this is such a big... huge photograph. Try and maybe not... They don't need to be this big. That's what she said. This kind of reminds me of Destiny or Warframe. Yeah, Warframe would be one. I like it though. Nice strong colours. I love the way the feet are sinking into the mud. That's cool. It's an actual physical task to render these down so that they actually fit on the fucking screen. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Oh, it is 40k. We have a dead... I know where that dead body comes from. This is a base, or it was a base, for Nathaniel Garrow. This was Nathaniel Garrow's base. I know because I had Nathaniel Garrow. That was my first Chapter Master way back in the day. Chapter Master model, do you know what I mean? It was Nathaniel Garrow. Last one. Oh my God. I can't even see the model on this one. It's so big. Jesus. Ugh. Okay, one more. There we go. So what are these supposed to be? I'm gonna read that email. Fun dabblings of recently completed models. Bit of a background, I'm a long-time Australian hobbyist who got fed up with Forge World regional price rises. I went to recast for models and now to 3D printing after advice from the Outer Circle's Macca. Yeah, he's a good guy. I call this short set of completed models the end and the death of Games Workshop, as the 3D printed models stand upon recast casualties, marking my departure from purchasing Games Workshop models. Okay, the models are from Piper Makes on Printed War Games and are called the Void Crafted. I plan on using these as Eldar proxies for 30k fan-made Xenos rules. Anyway, keep up the good work. Look forward to more of your videos. Cheers. These will make pretty cool. I don't know about Eldar. They look very Tau to me. Very Tau. But I knew why I was recognizing a lot of those bases. That's pretty cool, though. It's pretty cool. It's like your new models are slaying the old Games Workshop ones and taking their place in it. I like it. That's cool. Right. That's that done. Because I will do more next week. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for a little while. But I will do more next week. Because I've got 2 more emails that I didn't do tonight. If you want to send in your stuff, make sure you head over to hobbynightmares@gmail.com and you name your pictures. Alright. Chris, neither can I, mate. I can't paint anywhere near these either. So I wouldn't worry about it. I can't paint anywhere near them either. Okay. Let's do some Q&A, shall we? If you have a question for the Q&A, I am opening it up straight away this week. Before we do some gaming or some other bits and bobs. On the screen, on the chat, simply type in your question and press the enter key as you normally do with all of your other messages. And I will get them straight here, and I'll read them out. I will read them out. As well as the Patreon people. Hooray. Patreon people do have a few questions. Let me just jump in here. Alright. Hey North, do you have any general dating advice? I've been told you gave some really good advice in old videos, but can't seem to find them because they may have been from a while ago. Cheers. It depends, man. It depends. Oh, P.S. Sorry. I forgot to read this bit. P.S. I'm currently living on my own in a new city with not many friends, so any helpful advice for going out on your own would also be a godsend. Again, I know somewhere you gave advice on that, but I just can't seem to find it. Cheers. Okay. I did give advice on that a while ago. I think it was on a video like a month ago, maybe? Can't remember. Anyway, in terms of advice for going out on your own. Alright, I'm going to give you some solid help here, okay? Because I did this for years, and it worked very, 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 very well. Alright? So, first thing you do, if you're going out on your own, do not go home and sit there on YouTube or Facebook or anything that's quiet and on your own. Right? Don't do that. Do not do that. You want to be getting into the zone of going out. You want to get your mind in the best place possible to go out and have a good time in, right? So a good thing to do, what I used to do, is I would pick a friend who I've not spoken to in a while, and I'd just call them. So I'd go home from work, I'd get a shower, and when I was living on my own in London, I'd go home from work, I'd get a shower, I'd get changed, and I'd get ready to go out, either back to the bar that I was working at, because I'd go back there to see my friends or to see other people, or I'd go to another bar or whatever on my own, and I would call somebody on the train into town. I'd just call them, out the blue, right, to get in the social mood. You're talking, you're going back and forth with somebody, you're already in the mood, right? That's number one. Because as soon as you let your energy drop, you're on your own. So you can't really let that energy drop. You've got to keep it up in other ways. That's what I used to do. And then I would go out, and I would look around. So say I'm in a bar somewhere, and do not stand around looking on your own. Go out there, walk into a bar, and what I used to do, I would scan the bar until I find a group of girls who are all sitting together. It doesn't matter if they're attractive or not. That's not what you're there for, right? You're there to make friends. Get that in your head. You're there to make friends, nothing else. So, if you see a bunch of girls and the Prosecco is flowing and they're having a good time, go over to them, right? Don't look at them, just go over to them with your drink. And you say, hey girls, sorry to bother you. I'm here on my own because my friends have, like, ditched me. Like, I've got no, I'm on my own. Do you mind if I sit here? Because I'm feeling a bit lonely. I shit you not. I shit you not. Give it a better, how do I put it? Give it a better delivery than that, because I'm currently, like, thinking about 5 or 6 different things. One sec. Let me put the cat down, and I'll rephrase that, because I'm not happy with the way I phrased it. Alright. So, now I'm not distracted. You head over there and you say, hey girls, my friends have, like, bailed on me, and I was hoping to go out and meet some new friends, so do you mind if I sit here? I'm telling you now, those girls will adopt you as like a puppy. They'll be like, sure, and you sit down and you talk to them and you have a good time. You don't make a pass at any of them. Not once. You don't even give off that feeling. You're not there for that. You're there to make friends. And do you know what? If you admit to them, yeah, do you know what? I came out like looking to see if I could meet somebody, because, it's a big city and I think I'm ready for it, but I don't know. It's hard to do it on your own, right? Especially when your friends bail on you. Like, all my friends are in relationships. They'll get that. And do you know what? There's no better wingman on planet Earth than a woman. It's literally, they are the best at it. The amount of times when I was single, I would go out on my own and do this. And you'd be sitting there, and they would go and get women over to the table for you. They'll go, hey, I've got this friend North. Do you want to come say hello? And they'll be like, sure. Yeah, and they'll come over. Because it's a woman doing it. Right? And if you're sitting there surrounded by women, having a good time and having a laugh, dude, it's kryptonite. It works every single time. And if it doesn't work a few times, don't worry about it too much. You know what I mean? It's fine. The best way, I've always said, the best way to go out and pull is to have something better to do than go out and pull. It really is. Any more collabs coming down the pike? Not that I know of, but I can set one up. So I'm gonna get in touch with Maka again at some point, and we'll get something on the go, I'm sure. We're just very, very busy, both of us, with life at the moment. He's working a lot, and I'm also working a lot. So it is one of those things. But yeah, it is in the pipeline. It is in the plan going forwards. Well, here's my question then. What are your armies, and why do you like them so much? I'm always fascinated to find out more about another player and their reasonings. Grey Knights, because when I went to university and I got back into the hobby, I wanted to do something akin to Space Knights, and a lot of people were pointing me in the direction of Dark Angels, and whilst I thought they were pretty okay, I thought that a lot of the robes they were wearing looked like they were wearing prom dresses, so that kind of turned me off. And I don't want monks in space, I want knights in space. Alright? And then I saw a faction called Grey Knights. Wouldn't you fucking know it? They look just like Knight in space. And they hunt demons? Screw it, I'm sold. Only after that I was lucky enough to watch The Emperor as a text-to-speech device, and I saw the glory that was Caldor Drago on there. I already had the model. So yeah, I was kind of sold from then on in. I loved everything about them. I still do. I still think they're the best faction in the game. Fight me. They just are. They're not so Mary Sue like the Custodes, that they get everything handed to them. They do lose from time to time, but they still fight the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst in complete 100 against 1 scenarios. That is what the Grey Knights do all of the time, and I love it. They are actual heroes. They're not Custodes. They don't wade in there with their amazing genes and their 20-foot tall people and amazing technology. No, they're just Marines who are good at fighting demons, who have the Emperor's gene seed so they can't fall to chaos. But they can still die. I love him. I love him. Do you have an introvert or extrovert personality type? Kind of depends. Kind of depends. I honestly think a lot of the time when people say nobody ever says they're an extrovert. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? Nobody ever says, "Oh, I'm such an extrovert." No one says that. You know? It really isn't. Like, everybody says, I'm an introvert. Do you know what that is? That's an excuse. I've held to that opinion ever since that phrase came out. I'm an introvert. No, that's an excuse. Like ADHD. Like, listen, 90% of the people in this country can't fucking have ADHD, alright? I'm sorry. A lot of people use it as an excuse. Or they self-diagnose. They tell people they've got ADHD when they don't have ADHD. Right? You don't have ADHD, you're just being rude. Is what you're doing. You're being lazy and you're being rude. You don't have ADHD. Unless a doctor has diagnosed you with ADHD, you don't have ADHD. That's an excuse. Alright? Unless a doctor has told you you're depressed, or a professional has said you're depressed, mate, don't be a dickhead to people. Don't treat mental health as an excuse. And the same thing for, I'm an introvert. No, you just don't like going... Listen, alright? You just haven't learned to go out yet. You haven't learned to be sociable yet. That's fine. But don't give yourself that excuse. Don't give yourself that kickstand of, I'm just an introvert and I'll remain this way forever. Then, dude, you're going to die alone. Do not stand in the fire and complain that it's hot. It's the one thing that irks me when people go, I know, I'm okay, I'm an introvert and it's fine. No, it's not fine. You should have friends. It's not fine. Okay? You should have friends and stop giving yourself this excuse to not get out there and make friends. Because you're an amazing person. You're an awesome person. Most of that shit comes from that voice in your head. Do you know what's telling you you're an introvert? That fucking dickhead voice in your head. That's what's telling you you're an introvert. You're not. You just haven't got any friends. Being unpopular doesn't make you an introvert. Sorry, it doesn't. It makes you unpopular. It's straight medicine, right? It's straight medicine. So I've never really prescribed to, extrovert or introvert. I've never really prescribed to it. I've always been, listen, you're either a sociable person who has friends, or you're somebody who hasn't learned how to be sociable yet. That's it. That's it. There's hope for everybody. Do not say you're an introvert and give up. That's some weak ass shit. Don't do it. Okay? Just my opinion, right? Hope you have a good Father's Day. All my female relatives all say they are extroverted. Do they? Oh, okay. What do you think about the Militarum? Astra Militarum, brilliant. Awesome. Love them. Their player base tends to be filled with World War II reenactors. And people with a serious hard-on for old tanks. If you like the Imperial Guard, there is a 99.9% that you play War Thunder religiously. And, yeah. I'm still working on away on my Synthwave Eldar, and I've just purchased an avatar, but I'm not sure how to work it into my scheme. Do you have any great ideas, my friend? I don't know, I don't know. Maybe make him a DJ. A Synthwave DJ. Ooh, Ghost Runner. You know the other game, Ghost Runner? Yeah, play that. Play that and make your avatar kind of like that. That's what I would do. Yeah. That's what I would do. I didn't finish the other guy's question, did I? The one who wants to meet people. Yeah, so if you're romantically wanting to go out and meet people, that's a good way to do it on your own. right? Don't let your vibe go down, right? Because I've done this before, right? I go home after a day working or having a good time or whatever, doing what I'm doing, and my energy falls, and then I don't want to go out. I can't be bothered. I just don't want to do it, right? Or I'm not in the right frame of mind. And especially if you're on your own. If you're on your own, and that takes balls to go out anyway. If you're on your own, it takes balls to go out and try and make friends. So there's no way you're going to do it if you let your energy go down. The best thing you can do is go home just to shower before you go out. Shower, get ready, and go. And then on the way into town, on the way into where you're going, call one of your friends you've not spoken to in a while, or maybe even a member of your family. Call somebody and just talk to them on the way in. If you're on a bus and you notice people are friendly, talk to them. Do something. Talk to people. Start getting in the social mood. When you get there, if you're looking to make friends, let's take all romance and pressure out of it. All of it. Take all of it out of there, right? Best thing to do, and I only know this because it literally happened to me, right? I'm just recapping what I said before. One night, I literally was going out with my friends, and they did ditch me. Right? It was one of those horrible times when you're going out with 5 friends, then one cancels, and then another cancels, and then another cancels, and then you say to the other friend you don't really know, the last one you're going out with, you don't really know that well, and you say, listen, let's just call it off and do it another night, right? So I'd gone out, and I was already out, like the dickhead I am, and got stood up by my friends. So I literally walked around and said, you know what, fuck this, I'm 2 pints down, I'm not going home, I'm in London, you know, I'm not going home yet. So I spied a group of women at a table, I walked over, said, hey girls, listen, my friend has just ditched me, can I sit here? I don't want to look like a recluse, you know. And they just started laughing and said, yeah, sit down. And that was it, we got talking, exchanged numbers with a few of them, and we became good friends. Well, not good friends, but we became acquaintances who would go out together every now and then. It was nice, it was great. And so go out there with that kind of... I did end up going on one date with one of them, I do tell a lie. But if you go out with no pressure, you don't smell of desperation, and you're honest, dude, it works. And so I did that again and again and again and again, all around London. And before you know it, I had like a network of 12, 15 friends to call upon, to go out with, and to have fun with. And most of whom were female, and most of whom were very willing to be like, yeah, I'll wingman you, no problem, right? Female wingmen are the kryptonite of all the women, dude. You do not know how good you have it until you have a female wingman. When you get a woman to do your wingmanning, dude, it's a superpower. It really is. It's like getting a cluster grenade and throwing it into a load of mannequins. Go! Bang! And yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. Cheers, Michigan. Cheers, man. Splitting wood manually is good for your mental health. Who'd have known? Who'd have known? Who is your least favourite character in the setting? And on the flip side, who's your absolute favourite? I have a suspicion it might be Drago. It's not Drago, because there isn't enough about him. For good reason, because I think people are terrified about writing about him. My least favourite character is Erebus, or Logan Grimnar. But I'm going to say Erebus, because Logan Grimnar, because he's a dishonourable twat, and he gets far more credit than he deserves, because he's dishonourable, and he doesn't fight people mano a mano. And Ragnar Blackmane also doesn't fight honourably, and, you know, gets away with far too much than he should, but that's more of a Space Wolf problem than everybody's problem. Erebus is my least favourite. Not because he's a bad guy. Okay? Not because he's a bad guy. Because he's written terribly. He's written really badly. He's this moustache-twirling villain who's a villain for being villain's sake. He is a tool used by Black Library writers to piss all over the people who want nice things in 40k. Right? If you wanted Garviel Logan to just be a Grey Knight, you wanted Garviel Logan to actually survive the Horus Heresy, because that'd be a really cool character to have going forward, and maybe he's like the Grey Shield out there. Nah, he's dead. Fuck you, he's dead. Erebus killed him, fuck you. That was literally Dan Abnett saying, "This is my toy. You don't get to play with it anymore." That's why I don't like many Black Library writers. I don't think they're very good, and I think they're very fucking immature, most of them. And my favourite character, for a bit of duality, I'm going to say Eisenhorn, another Dan Abnett character. I'm going to say Eisenhorn for a bit of duality there, because he doesn't always win. He doesn't always get his own way. You know, he gets really hurt. And yeah, I kind of like him. I think he's a good character. Yeah. Sorry, Dylan, mate. Sorry. I mean, it's been out for a while now, so I'm guessing, like, you know, anybody who cared enough to actually know what was going on would have read it by now, but there's always somebody who slips the net. Sorry about that. I want to just highlight this really, really telling comment that I just got in one of my videos. Sigvard just said, "Every married man that I ever met in my life just watches TV with their wife after a whole day of slaving at work, and they seem utterly miserable." Wow. Wow. Yeah, Argyle Tal too. Yeah, Argyle Tal. Yeah, can't have anything nice because Erebus has got to be a villain. You know. Do you have a favourite faction for Age of Sigmar? Trolls. No, ogres. Ogres and everything. Ogres and everything. Anything fantasy, ogres. One word, perfection. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Ogres. Gotta love ogres. That sounds weird not to say it, but you know what I mean. Any more questions? I might do some gaming. We'll see. If we do gaming, I will let you guys vote on what we're going to play. You have a choice of 2. In fact, we're not doing choices. I'm going to do Metal Gear. How's the family doing, North? Brilliant, yeah. Grandpa's doing well. He's in hospital. He had pneumonia. So that was the big issue that he had. He had pneumonia, which isn't great. And he's had his round of meds now, so that's gone. But his mind over the past few months and years has just gone downhill very steadily. So he's starting to lose track of reality and things like that. But, you know, we're keeping him comfortable. You know, it looks like he might have to go into a home, which isn't great. But we'll find a good one for him. And, you know, I'll live nearby, so I'll always be visiting him. But, yeah, he can't stay in a house on his own. I've moved out, you see. I've moved out into a place with my missus, so I'm not there all the time. I'm there like 3 times a week. I'll go back to my office there to take care of him. But that's not sustainable. Do you know what I mean? Especially if his needs are more advanced than what I can give in terms of care, then he needs to go into a home, unfortunately. Yeah. But apart from that, everyone's doing well, mate. Thank you very much. I hope yours is doing well as well. Touch wood. Why do you like Iron Warriors so much? I think it's because they don't pretend to be something they're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Iron Warriors are, like, so mistreated. And they just go, yeah, alright, we'll do that job. You know? There's something utterly heroic about a legion like that going, yeah, we'll do that job. Yeah. But nobody else wants to do it? Okay, we'll do it. That's really heroic. I like that. I like that attitude. I also like the fact that Perturabo he marches to the beat of his own drum, but not in a pretentious way. He does it like, no, I'm I'm going to do what I think's best. When he goes to the Siege of Terra, he goes to the Siege of Terra because he wants to do it. He wants to take on Dawn. He wants to beat Dawn. And when he's beaten Dawn, he leaves. He's done what he set out to do. Do you know what I mean? He gives Horus a victory. So there you go. There you go. Now all you got to do is your part. You got to kill the Emperor. Not easy, but you can do it. And Horus fucks it up. You know what I mean? So he also has all of Perturabo's wins are logical. So when he goes and reins in Angron to bring him to the Siege of Terra, he basically out-tactics him, has his entire army shoot at him to the point where he's nearly discombobulated. Then he goes over to him and just beats him near to death with his hammer. Right? Because he knows, in a one-on-one fight, I probably couldn't take Angron, never mind Demon Angron. So, all of you guys, mortars, earth shakers, on that big flying red thing, please, that's on the floor for some reason. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go over there and beat the living shit out of him with my hammer. I like that. It makes sense. It's a win that makes sense. You know? It is a win that makes sense. And everything Perturabo does makes sense. Which I really like. The one thing that doesn't make sense is if he becomes a Demon Primarch. That doesn't make any sense. The warp works in mysterious ways. And so you could have Perturabo not be a Demon Primarch, but still be around about the same age. Because he's been in the fucking warp. Right? I mean, let's be honest. If Abaddon's still there and knocking around, Perturabo's fine. You know? Yeah, it was. And to be fair, Angel Exterminatus and other books like that are so good because of Perturabo's attitude towards things. You root for him because he's the most human Primarch to me. When people say this, when people say Vulcan's the most human one, or Ferrus Manus is the most human one, I disagree. People aren't that good, naturally. Alright? Or they're not that angry, naturally. Perturabo is capable of good. He's capable of doing good things. He's capable of respecting good warriors. But he's also very capable of doing some very evil things. If he's pushed to it. Right? If he's left with little other option, he goes, fuck it then, yeah, I'll do it. He has no qualms about honour, about all this other nonsense. No, he's got a job to do, so he does it. And I like that. Perturabo is the most modern soldier Primarch. It's not Corax, it's not Corvus Corax, right? It's not the most actual mercenary, modern day SAS thought process Primarch is Perturabo. Fuck that, I've got a job to do, so I'm doing it. Alright? But there's women and children in that room. I don't give a shit. Okay? I don't give a shit. I'm going in there, and our target's getting killed. If I've got to mow through them, I'll mow through them. I didn't put the women and children in that room, right? The enemy did. Fuck them, right? It's not my problem, right? That's how special forces think. I know this because when I was getting married in the States and it didn't work out, but her uncle used to be in Delta, right? He used to be part of Delta Force and all that sort of stuff. And his name was Steve, and he just written a book which is really, really good. And when he's finally got it, it's being published. So when I've got the okay from him, I'm going to share it on the channel. But he was a part of the team that went and got Bin Laden. So those guys who went in and got him, the ones who went and killed him, he was on comms with them. Like, he was their leader. He was their point man, basically. So he had to give the kill order. So he had to say, right, take the shot, sort of a thing, you know. So that when they breached the compound and Bin Laden's hiding behind a load of women and children, this guy had to say, yeah, fuck him. That's it. If he's hiding behind them, that's not our fault. He did that. He knew we were coming for him and he chose to do that, so fuck him. Right? And, you know, he wouldn't talk about it any more than that. That's all he told me, was that, yeah, it wasn't a very nice mission. It wasn't very good. And it felt really shitty, but we got the job done and we came home. And I was like, fuck it. All right, cool. You know, like, okay. You know, it's... You do what you got to do. Because to him, getting his men in and out was more important. You know, everybody else in that scenario wasn't human to him. Is how he put it, right? The enemy weren't human, and anybody else in that compound was not human to him. He's like, no, me and my men, we're the only people here. You know? We're the only people here. We're going to go get this guy, and that's it. And if you're in our way, it sucks to be you, right? But this is it. We've got to go get this guy now. And again, that kind of mindset, that's Perturabo all over. That's why I like him so much. He's the most realistic Primarch. If you had a Primarch in this setting doing the things that Perturabo has to do, he would act like Perturabo. He wouldn't act like Gilliman. He wouldn't act like Fulgrim. You'd act like Perturabo. You know? Yeah, I can't wait. When that book comes out, when that book comes out, I swear to God, I'm so happy for him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's been through some shit, but he's a good guy. I honestly thought they were joking when they said, "Oh yeah, he got Bin Laden." I was like, you know, I like at my engagement dude, a British dude. I'm just laughing, going, yeah, okay. But he was like, they're like, no, he don't laugh. Like he did do, yeah, don't laugh about that, because I was like, oh shit, really? So I had to go over to him like, hey man, how's it going? And he could tell I really wanted to ask him questions. And by this point, I was like, 6 or 7 cans down. So I just went, and he looked at me and just went, you want to ask, don't you? I was like, yeah. He goes, okay, let's get a beer. And it was great. And that was my engagement present from him. I sat down and I got to like twist his ear and talk to him about, so once we went for a pint, and him and his missus walked in, and he had a Special Forces jacket on. So he has this like Delta jacket. And it's a really rare thing to get one of those, right? It's really, really difficult to get. You've got to be in the forces for a long time in America to get that kind of thing. And anyway, one of the guys was at the bar and he said, hey, what do I have to do to get me one of those? And Steve's missus went, kill a lot of fucking people. Like, just completely deadpan. Kill a lot of fucking people. And Steve didn't turn around. He just carried on drinking. You know? Didn't turn around. Couldn't be bothered with it. He was like, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Right? And you know when you walk into a bar, and you know when they say the quiet ones are always the ones you're going to watch out for? So when you go into a bar or something, and you're looking at a guy, and you can just tell the guy's either seen some shit or something you don't want to mess with. That was him. Like, he was a lovely guy, but like you could see behind the eyes, this guy's done some fucking things in his time, right? You know, you're just like, yeah, okay, I'm not screwing with this guy. Like, this guy's got, he looked at a bar full of, like, tough, quote-unquote people, like a lion looks over, like, an enclosure. When you go to the zoo and the lion's not even looking at you because he knows you're not a threat. That's how he was. He would just look at a room, just be like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Nobody here is a threat, so I'm fine. I don't care. Just that kind of that kind of an attitude, but really cool stuff. He had lots of cool stories. But yeah, he was pretty hardcore. But also, Perturabo, very similar. I'll stop ranting about Bin Laden and Perturabo. Things that you didn't think you'd get tonight is a rant about Bin Laden and Perturabo in the same thing. But there we go. Alrighty. I think I'm going to go for a quick toilet break for 30 seconds, and then I'm probably going to play some Metal Gear Solid, if you guys are up for it. One sec. Alright, I'm back. I noticed the count of people watching went up when the England game finished, so I just want you to know that I know a lot of you chose football over me, and I'm not happy. Just saying. It's hurtful. A joke, obviously. I was here the whole time, Stufa, man. I went to the toilet. I said before I went, if you were here the entire time, you'd know that. Right. Let's do some gaming, shall we? So I downloaded a mod for Metal Gear Solid 3, which allows me to play it in full screen. So, we'll see if that comes up. If that works. Looks like it has. Alrighty.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else.
This is kind of the best Bond theme song we never got, wasn't it?
Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
I did really like MGS4, yes. It was very heavy on certain elements that didn't need to be there, but yes. Sweet. So let me do the... So the thing that Metal Gear Solid does, right? It plays that... Konami just released really, really balked games in general. Okay. Here we go. Put this down there. Oh, it's just balked. All the time. Anyway, just jump in. Load game. Oh, the resolution's fixed, it seems. Hooray. So I did download a mod. So this is how balked Konami released games, okay? So this game released, not the remake, this is the HD version, released on PC with only 720 resolution, right? When everybody's got 4K screens, whatever. No, 720. So your game is blurry as fuck. So what you just saw then, all of what you just saw on the stream at least, if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Hello, people. If you're in chat, say hello to YouTube, because, you know, people will be able to say hello. So basically, when you got... It looked blurry as fuck, is what I'm trying to say. It didn't look very good at all. And because you guys are watching the video in 720 or maybe even 1080, it doesn't look that bad to you either. It looked terrible for me when I was playing it the other night, when we first started. So I installed a mod that basically forces the game to recognize what resolution your monitor is and match that resolution, but only after all of the starting intro and things like that have run. So this looks perfect to me now. Let's jump in. There we go. Let's load it. Should look good. I will talk when the main...
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean.
You know.
Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin, of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yeah, that's about it, yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence.
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little coaction?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal, huh?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Nah, it's not Solidity for now. He's in later games.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
It's not exactly subtle, was it? That resolution change makes it look so much better. Wow, this looks so much better.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
So, just as an aside, the reason why the Patriots are called the Lali Lule Lo in Metal Gear Solid is because Japanese languages don't really have a phonetic sounding for L, that one. And so Japanese people literally can't say Lali Lule Lo. So because they can't say it, that's what the Patriots are called. Isn't that cool? I always thought that was a really cool, thing that the game does. Phantom Pain was the ending was certainly a disappointment. Certain gameplay choices in the Phantom Pain was certainly a disappointment. But in terms of the game itself, I actually really enjoyed it. I just didn't like the way that the story ended in the end. I thought it was pretty annoying. It was pretty obvious that things were cut out from it as well. I think that was the main disappointment for me. That they didn't get the time to finish it. Although Hideo Kojima says that they did. He says that no, the game is exactly as I wanted it. But just one playthrough of the game lets you know that that's not the case, and I wish developers would stop treating us like we're idiots. Yes, MGS3 has a lot of 60s references and 70s references. But this game looks so much better with that. So we got. Do we have a? Haha, we do. That is a deadly weapon though, so we'll have to be very careful with it. Got a cigar. Sonar. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Motion detector. Okay. Change the old camouflage, shall we? Leaf. Black DPM. Guess we'll go with that. Oh, it's draining my battery. I won't do that. Whoops. There's a frog here. Why is there a snake there? In there? Yeah, that wasn't subtle. I have no idea how... Oh. How he thinks he's not going to be caught. Well, you know.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
So I never felt that the boss was a bad character, you know?
This is Snake.
She's really good.
Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
What's this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Brilliant. What do I have here? There's only two. I wish the game would let you do third person when you're crawling through grass.
Who's that?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why aren't I attacking? I'm using the attacking buttons. Like, what? 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 That's not great, game. Like, I'm using the attacking button, it's not attacking. What? Like... What? No. Yeah, that was weird. Like, I'm using the button to attack, and okay, again, Konami, when you release a game, you have to do a you literally have to do a tutorial. Like, you can't not do a tutorial game. Like, it's not. 1 second. I wanted to go over to him and grab him, and I thought, okay, you've got to use the action button to grab him, you right? Because, yeah, why wouldn't you? No, doesn't work. I mean, for fuck's sake. CQC button. What's the CQC button? Circle. Okay. Okay, well that's what I did. So I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here, because that's what I did. Ow. Motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking kill by... Oh no, never mind. Whoa! Didn't even see him there. Nice. Nice. Oh, good. You like that. So, deep cut bleeding. So we're going to use this, we're going to use this. This, and then... There we go. Is that another... Oh yeah, it is. No, let me... There we go. Die, nature. We'll leave the bunny. Alright, we're getting our health back. Okay, so we're learning. We are learning. Okay. Did we not just come from here? Yeah, we did. I can hear the alligators. Maybe I can kill them with my knife. The animals respawn too. Okay. That's good. Good to know. The hell was that? What? You could just fill yourself up on food constantly, couldn't you? Okay. This is just the way back now. I guess it's the dead end, right? Okay. There's some food and other bits here, but nothing else that we needed. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. I think there are emulators for MGS1. Okay. Back to here now. Fucking die, prick. Right, you just won't die. Okay. Where the hell do I go? Maybe we've got to take those two guards on. I don't know. Ow, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. The fucking... That snake just... bit me. That's still going down. Motherfucker. Antidote. Serum. Poisoning. There we go. Son of a bitch.
Huh? What was that?
Fuck you.
This is HQ.
Okay, is there a way to just... No, I don't want to go first person here. I don't want to go for... Never mind.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
I wish you could just stick it in third person. It's so much more difficult in first person. What if I do this? No. No, it's not gonna work. Just waiting for that to go away, and I'll try and approach one of them.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. No problems detected.
Understood. Return to your position.
Okay. No, down. No, no! No! Fucking... These controls, man. They're really difficult.
There's nobody here. Huh? Who's that?
Again, this fucking... I'm pressing the right button and it's not doing anything!
This is HQ.
Jesus Christ. How many times do I have to press the fucking button? I think this is me just getting used to new games and how not janky they are. But old games, whoa. Like... Nearly.
HQ, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol.
Acknowledge. Eliminate all enemies.
There we go. Well, that's that's one way to do stealth. Just keep kicking him. Keep kicking him. Kept flashbanging myself then as well. I remember being good at this game when I was a kid. You know? And he's taking that gun away from me. It's really hampered me. Ooh.
What the? I'm just seeing things.
Got him. Got you, you son of a bitch. What the fuck? Will you teach me what to do, please? Like, for fuck's sake. Like, what button does what, please? That'd be awesome. What button does what? Like, how do I pick him up now? Right, so it's this. Okay. And they drop shit. Okay, alright, 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 alright. I'm getting it, I'm getting it, I'm getting it. I'm getting there. It's the bridge we were thrown off. So now we've got that down. It's working now. Now that we've got that down. So it seems to be... If you approach the... I'm going to switch that off because it's doing my battery in. One sec. So it seems to be if you approach from behind and then you press the... You press the button, you've got to be a certain distance away from them to do it. If you're right on top of them, they just turn around and see you straight away. Which is bullshit, but it is what it is, right? So maybe you've got to do it that way. Exactly. No one will know if there's nobody left to notice. Exactly. Let me just search one more thing. Gear solid. 3. Hold. Knock out. How do you do that? Okay, I'm not sure how to actually knock people out in this. I'm not impressed that it's not in the game. Like they don't just tell you how to do it. Like, oh yeah, you press this button, that button. Because do you remember like the last part of us playing Metal Gear Solid 3, where they literally went on ad nauseum about how to climb trees and shit? It's like, okay, yeah, but how do I knock a dude out? Here's how you climb a tree. All right, but how do I just knock a motherfucker out? Like, can we do that, please? Captions, additional settings, online manual. Oh, online manual. There we go. Oh, it literally takes you online. Brilliant. Fuck's sake. Action button. Punch button. There's the cancel button. Okay. Okay. Tactical reloads. Okay. Enemy alert levels. Okay, so I'm not really seeing anything on here on how to... here we go. No, shallow water. No, not deep water. No. No. Right, so stalk is you use the D-pad to move slowly. Right, okay. Didn't know that game. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Okay. Okay. Climate tree, kind of a lot of combat. Melee. Stalk an enemy to get close enough to start CQC, then tilt left stick towards the enemy and B to throw them and knock them out. Okay. Okay. All right. I think I've got how to do that. Okie dokie. Let me just see if this works. So using the D-pad. Aha! Look at that. Whoa. You're kidding me, right? What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I'm just going to go to the loo really, really quick. I can't believe I tried to sneak forward. I immediately alerted a dude. I'm the worst snake ever, man. One sec. I'm just the worst. Okay, I'm back. My missus is downstairs cooking chicken and it smells divine. So, whoa, there he is. Okay, stalking isn't very quick, is it? Well, that worked. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this now. Cool. Happy days. You gonna drop some shit for me? Yeah. Shaft grenade. Okay. Alrighty. We're getting used to it, we're getting used to it. I kind of like how Snake's journey matches your own, right? You're not very good at the start. What? No, the enemy wasn't here. Go fuck yourself. How did he know that? Don't walk straight to me, please. Don't walk straight to me, please. Don't walk straight to me. Whoa, that's a lot of dudes. Why are they all... No, what? What? Why did they all stop there? That's not fair. Why did they stop? Why did they... That sucks so much, man. No.
Is somebody there?
No way. Okay, now I'm gonna have to throw this.
Who's that?
Run away! No, run away! I can't believe it did that. I cannot believe it did that. I refuse. I refuse. They... What the fuck? Are they chasing me? Your bullets are no match for my legs. Get off again, son. I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay. There we go. Oh my god. This game's so junky. So, the thing that annoyed me there was, right, I'm lying in the grass and none of them have seen me. They all run out, surround me, and then start walking towards me. Like, what's all that about? You ain't seen shit. I'm not taking it too seriously because it's not really giving me all the tools. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. It's an old game, but that's just really funny. Like, just like, why? Why did they all just automatically stop? I've got a 90% camouflage. You can't see shit, man. Okay, real quick, let me just eat something.
That's tasty.
They smelled the poo. Fuck you, dude. I'm... yeah, okay. So I think I knocked them all out, right? With that, That's really annoying that they saw me. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of funny though.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately.
I love how it's telling me how to do this, but not how to knock out the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
The voice like immediately. So you see me naked, huh? It's like Jesus Christ, Snake. Fucking chill.
Okay, good luck, Snake.
Chill, dude. Right, I think we're gonna leave it there for this part. We're just running around the woods. That's what I'm doing. I am the worst at this game ever, man. I swear. I swear. But yeah, that's saved, so we'll leave that for next time. The reason why, like, again, like, even like one of my friends is watching the stream and he just messaged me there saying, you know, you're not as annoyed as you usually are when you lose on video games. Yeah, that's because it's an old game, man. I haven't died yet, and I look at that as a success. Do you know what I mean? If I've not died yet, then that's good. You know, like for a Metal Gear game, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I still can't believe he said that. He's like, yeah, so you see me naked, huh? Like, what is going on? Anyway, that'll do me for now. I love you all long time. I will speak to you on the next lovely live stream that we do. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye now.